Hi, I'm John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And thanks to all the Patreons that I have. And if you'd like to become a Patreon and help support this channel and our journey, the link to my Patreon is in the description below. And remember one thing, folks, it's just whiskey. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've never done before. At least I don't remember ever doing it on camera for the Just Whiskey show. Today we're going to be talking about and reviewing the brand new Diageo Special Release 2022 of the Clynelish 12-year-old. And this is going to be a neck pour, okay? So I don't think I've ever done that before. And I put a little thought into this to try to make it as what's the word? Anyway, trying to make it as real as possible here, okay? So, just wet the cork a little bit, okay? And I'm going to be doing a full review on this at a later date, maybe a week or two from now, okay? So, you can see the fill level, okay, where it's at right there, all right? So it's got a full level, nice fill level, and it's well above the neck, okay? So, we are going to slowly pour a little bit, okay? Just a little bit more, actually, just to get some of that out of there, okay? So now we're just right about where the neckline is, all right? Now I'm going to pour just a little bit into this glass, okay? And then the third glass, I'm going to pour a little bit, just a little bit in there, okay? And then we're going to cork this back up. And this is just for decoration. We're going to put this, I just picked this up as well. We'll be talking about that as well. So, there's the bottle of the Clynelish. That third glass, you're wondering, why did you pour 3 glasses? Okay. So this first glass is kind of just to get, I put it more in here than the other 2 glasses to try to get that level down to the neck. This is the second one is going to be my testing for this show, and the third one is going to put a little bit of water in here, okay, and we're going to let that rest. Now, a minute in the glass for every year in the cask. So these are going to settle out a little bit while we talk a little bit about the Oswas, and then we're going to get into in-depth about the Clynelish and the entire Diageo 2022. So sit back and get comfortable. It's not going to be a very long video, but we'll see, okay? You'll notice I'm wearing a Willie Nelson shirt. Saw him a couple of weeks ago, 89 years old. He headlined the Outlaw Festival with the Avett Brothers and Billy Strings and some other legs of his tour. Chris Stapleton was on there, ZZ Top. But the show I saw was basically Billy Strings, the Avett Brothers, and then Willie Nelson headlined. He walked on stage. He sat down with his son in a small band and played his guitar, old Trigger, for about an hour. Sang just about every song. His son sang too. Played guitar in every song. And then after the hour show, he stood up, threw lots of bandanas into the audience, and then walked off stage. It was a class act, and I've seen him before, but 89 years old, Willie Nelson. Okay, while these things are still airing out a little bit, oxidizing, as they say, right? The Oswas, okay, the Online Scotch Whisky Awards. please vote. And the deadline to vote on 9 categories is October 16th at midnight. And the name of the website is oswa.co.uk. So oswa.co.uk. This is a fully independent and transparent voting system for the public to pick what they feel and vote on what they feel is the best of 9 different categories. The 9 categories are Best Value Whiskey, Best Blended Whiskey, Best Blended Malt, Best Non-Malt, Best Distillery, Best New Distillery, Best Independent Bottler, Best World Whiskey, and, drumroll, Best Scotch Whiskey. So you have until midnight, October 16th, to vote your choice of what's on the nominees that are on there. And you can also do a write-in vote for People's Choice. Okay, so highly recommend you do that. Okay. The Diageo Special Release 2022 lineup. These are as follows in United States dollars in my area. Okay. They have a Cardew 16-year-old, which retails for $179. They have a Clynelish 12-year-old right here, which retails at a whopping, ouch, $195. They have an Oban 10-year-old, $125. These are all cask strength, by the way. They have a Talisker 11-year-old, which retails for about $129. They have a Singleton Glen Ord 15-year-old, which retails for about $149. A Cameron Bridge 26-year-old, which retails for $295. And a Mortlock non-age stated, which retails for $269. The whole set you could buy on discount, all 8 bottles, for $1,300. Okay, it's a lot of money. And what makes this a first for me is I am going to be doing these tasting notes all off the cuff here. Okay, you saw me uncork it. This is a live, unedited video. I have no idea what I'm going to experience here, but as a bottleneck pour, I'm going to share that with you. I was very reluctant to buy any of these special releases. They really are a lot of money. And apples and oranges, the Lagavulin 12-year-old is $149. It's a 12-year-old. And this is a 12-year-old also, the Clynelish 12-year-old, but it's $195. In my personal opinion, this Clynelish 12-year-old is probably $60 overpriced. Okay, I think even the comfort range for me on the Lagavulin 12 is more like $130, $140, but I think this is way overpriced. But curiosity got the cat. And the only way I can justify it personally is that since late spring of this year, I've been very, very, very selective and prudent with my purchases. Seems like we're all inundated with all these new releases and we all want to go for them, but I've been really disciplining myself to really significantly cut back. So I really wanted the Lagavulin 12 because I've been collecting the whole series, the artist series, okay, since 2019. So I have the 2019 Lagavulin, 2020, 2021, 2022, and my plan is to keep collecting them. But if the price starts approaching the $200 mark, then even at the 150, I'm reluctant. But anyway, okay, let's talk about what we came here for. The Clynelish 12-year-old, okay? It's a Diageo release. They call it a natural cask strength. Okay, so there's no mention of chill filtering or coloring. Okay, but at natural cask strength of 58.5% ABV, it's highly unlikely that they chill filtered this. And as far as coloring goes, I doubt that they colored this because this particular one here they don't tell you how long the maturations are, but the original maturation is in ex-bourbon casks with a secondary maturation in PX Oloroso casks. Okay, so I have no idea how long the second maturation was in the PX casks, but I'm guessing those PX casks are probably second fill, maybe third fill. I don't know, because I would expect this to be, if this was matured in first fill sherry, I'd expect it to be significantly darker. Okay, so by Diageo labeling this as natural cask strength, one might assume that it is natural. No coloring, no chill filtration. Easy for me to say. I think I need some water. Cheers. Okay. Hope that was water. All right. On the label itself, there's a cat with a cask next to it in the snow. All right. And I am going to read the back of this label, and then trust me, I'm going to get into the smelling and tasting of these. Okay. And they're taking some artistic liberty here, right? So, Clynelish 12, the Golden Eye Guardian, and they say, from the depths of dark molasses, a radiant sweet spice glows. Okay. Our legend goes, Clynelish was once lashed by an epic blizzard. The storm's unnatural chill put precious casks at risk of certain ruin, their contents freezing in the glacial winds. Silently and suddenly, a mysterious feline creature appeared, impervious to the bitter temperatures. It turned its hypnotic golden eyes on the casks, wrapping them in a cocoon of magical warmth. The rescued oak was transformed with rare depths of mysterious and glowing spice, buttressed from the cold forever. Retreating against the wild beauty into the bramble-filled woods of the Highland, Clynelish is a distillery even more remote than most. It is also the natural habitat to the elusive Scottish wildcat, Felis sylvestris. Few of these evanescent creatures remain, and rarely are they seen, but the wildcat symbol is emblazoned on the Clynelish distillery, guarding it for all time. Bright as a golden eye amid the light, this Clynelish shows a spicy side to its bright fruitiness and waxy texture. The rich liquid glows with complex aromas of fruit, herbs, and deeper scented oak spice. The smooth texture and rich wine-sweet flavors snarl with pepper spice after an extended secondary maturation in Pedro Jimenez Oloroso casks, a single malt as rare and elusive as its mysterious guardian. All right. I think I need some more water. All right. Now we are going to get into the smelling and tasting. So the initial pour, I'm just going to put aside, okay? The second one, we're going to, again, I'm just trying to expedite and do my best to mimic choosing my words carefully, mimic the oxidation process. Okay, this is really the best I can think of for a live on show uncorking. Okay, all right. And while I'm at it, while that's still airing out, I'm going to do the same with a little bit of water. Okay, I'm just going to try and open this up as best I can. So I can see there's definitely these legs probably don't show up on camera, but these legs are thick and slow to come down. Okay, so I'm anticipating a very viscous, oily sensation. Okay, on the nose. Little vanilla, juicy fruit, candied. Very inviting. I'm not getting any nostril burn. This is a cask strength, 58.5% ABV. Maybe a little bit of herbs in there, like if you crunched up, maybe a little mint, a little basil, a little lemon balm. So herbs in general, some candied fruits like that juicy fruit gum. Okay, now the nose on the one with the water in it. Actually, for some reason, okay, with the water, a little more alcohol is coming out. So I like the nose without water. Okay. All right, now on the palate. There's a wallop. I can taste. It's not harsh, but I can taste that alcohol in there. I'm breathing through my nose. There's still, I think this still really needs to oxidize more. So on the nose, we already went through that. The palate, we'll go backwards. The finish, a medium finish, salty, very salty. The palate, a slight chalkiness. Hang on, I'm going to go in again. I'm not getting a lot of flavors on the palate. This is going to need time to open up for sure. Let's go for the one with the water. Okay, the water really made the mouthfeel come alive a little bit more. Definitely herbaceous, a little bit of mint. I'm not picking up those fruits that I picked up on the nose. There are fruits wrapped in like a Wrigley spearmint gum. Okay. Herbs and Wrigley spearmint gum. And I know damn well there's fruits in there. But this is gonna need to we're gonna revisit this as soon as I feel um, it's really come to its full potential. Now the first pour that I did, okay, I'm just gonna do a little sip on here. Okay. On the first one I poured, okay, butterscotch on the nose. Butterscotch, vanilla, caramel. Mm. So that first one I poured, it's only had an extra minute or two to age, and I poured quite a bit in there. Believe it or not, surprisingly, so that is like the initial neck pour. I'm kind of getting the full deal out of that whole thing. Vanilla, caramel, spearmint, some red fruits, a little bit of juicy fruit in there. It definitely has. It's not hot, but it's not burning on the mouth. But you're getting that chest warmth from this. Still, the finish I would describe more of a medium plus. On the nose, a little melon, maybe. Not maybe, definitely. Melon, fruits, Wrigley spearmint gum, juicy fruit gum. Butterscotch. A bit of creaminess in there too. The finish, a medium plus finish. All right, I don't want to go too much longer with this. I think you've kind of got a general idea. Initial impressions for me as a summation. It's not blowing my mind, and I don't think it's worth $195. Even at $60 less than that, $125. In today's market, I think that's probably the value of this. But initial impressions, I'm not blown away by it. But I sense that there's incredible potential in here. And so in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to chip away at this, and we're going to come back for a full review. I really don't want to give it a score at this point, but I'll say it's probably initial. I'm saying it's in the B range, okay, which I always give number scores, okay, but I'm going to say mid to upper 80s potential with this, okay. But I do have a feeling that once this opens up, just in a very short time here, I'm noticing it is, I'm becoming more acclimated to it. All right. Again, I don't want to go on forever here. This is quite a long video as it is, 24 minutes. Decide for yourself. I think it's a little overpriced, but time will tell, right? So if you like this show, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Thanks for all the Patreons. If you'd like to help support this channel and offset my expenses and losses, seriously consider becoming a Patreon. I would really appreciate it, and I appreciate the Patreons that are supporting this channel. So remember, folks, it's just whiskey. So hats off to you all, and take care. And listen to Willie Nelson.